Hello, everyone. Welcome to Backyard Musings. Good morning. Broadcasting live from Apple Valley. I'm Steve.
I'm Scott.
Thank you for joining us today. I was just telling Scott, we've been reporting on Alzheimer's a lot. A breakthrough study highlights xenon gas as a potential game changer in treating Alzheimer's disease, demonstrating its ability to mitigate brain damage and improve cognitive functions in mouse models. We just did a segment. Thank goodness for the mice again. We just did a segment yesterday on cognitive functions, and I said I wasn't giving up bacon. Maybe I'll start huffing xenon to improve my cognitive function. This is promising. A forthcoming clinical trial aims to test its efficacy in humans. Most current treatments for Alzheimer's disease focus on addressing amyloid plaques and tau tangles in the brain. However, researchers from Mass General, Brigham, and Washington University School of Medicine in St. Louis have identified a groundbreaking alternative, the xenon gas. Their study demonstrated that inhaling xenon gas reduced neuroinflation, minimized brain atrophy, and promoted protective neuronal states in mouse models of Alzheimer's disease. These findings, published January 15th in Science Translational Medicine, have paved the way for a phase 1 clinical trial in healthy volunteers set to begin in early 2025. Would you like to know more?
So is that going to be an option for you when you go to order bacon and eggs or a BLT at a restaurant? They're going to say, would you like a side of xenon?
I'd be open to huffing xenon while I'm eating my bacon. I hope so. I'll pay the extra 20 cents or whatever. Instead of an oxygen bar, we've got xenon bars.
Okay. The exact causes of Alzheimer's disease remain unclear, and there is currently no cure, which is sad.
Yeah.
More effective treatments are urgently needed. Alzheimer's is marked by the building proteins in the brain, such as tau, which we've talked about, right?
Yep.
And amyloid, which disrupt nerve cell communication. Over time, this leads to progressive brain damage, neuronal loss, and ultimately death. It is a very novel discovery showing that simply inhaling an inert gas can have such a profound neuroprotective effect, said senior and co-corresponding author Oleg Butovsky, PhD of the Ann Romney Center for Neurological Diseases at Brigham and Women's Hospital, a founding member of the Mass General Brigham healthcare system.
Oh.
Ann Romney, is that Mitt Romney's wife?
Sounds familiar.
It was Ann.
Maybe.
One of the main limitations in the field of Alzheimer's disease research and treatment is that it is extremely difficult to design medications that can pass the blood-brain barrier. But xenon gas does. We look forward to using this novel approach tested in humans. So
if you've enlisted in the armed forces, then you've gone through the gas shack. Let's just call it that, where you have to test your protective mask to have confidence in it. You go in wearing your mask, breathing normally, and they have CS riot gas that's in there. They're stoking it up. And at some point, the person there says, take your mask off. And then you do like a jumping jack or something. Then they push you out of the room. And let me tell you, you can't breathe. You're like, you're struggling to get any oxygen, but the CS riot is coming in.
Yeah, I think they do that with law enforcement training as well.
So how does this work when xenon is not oxygen? And you start huffing this and you start choking and like, where's my oxygen? I'm not understanding this.
I don't know. It's going to probably have to be monitored, I would think, right?
Yeah.
Like you would be like on a concentrator of some kind, but instead of an oxygen concentrator, it'd be a xenon concentrator.
One huff of the xenon, one huff of air, one huff of xenon.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they could come up with a machine, some type of a machine, similar to like a concentrator that delivers it. And yeah, maybe you sleep with a mask on at night, like a CPAP or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. So,
Quote, it is exciting that in both animal models that model different aspects of Alzheimer's disease, amyloid pathology, and in one model, and tau pathology in another model, the xenon have protective effects in both situations, said senior and co-corresponding author David W. Holtzman, medical doctor from Washington University School of Medicine in St. Louis.
micralgia, the brain's primary immune cells act as the brain's first line of defense, responding to any disruptions and playing a crucial role in maintaining brain function throughout life. However, when micralgia becomes dysregulated,
Yep.
okay, they contribute significantly to the progression of Alzheimer's disease. Research from Dr. Butovsky's lab has developed a method to study micralgia responses to neurodegeneration, revealing that certain micralgia phenotypes can be modulated to provide protective effects against Alzheimer's. So,
Okay, I like it.
sounds
Okay.
promising.
In this study, mouse models of Alzheimer's disease were treated with xenon gas that has been used in human medicine as an anesthetic and as a neuroprotectant for treating brain injuries. Xenon gas penetrates the blood-brain barrier, passing from the bloodstream directly into the fluid surrounding the brain. The team found that xenon gas inhalation reduced brain atrophy and neural inflammation and improved nest building behaviors in the Alzheimer's disease mouse models. It also induced an increased protective micralgial response that is associated with clearing any amyloid and improving cognition. Together, these findings identify the promising potential of xenon inhalation as a therapeutic approach that could modify microglial activity and reduce neurodegeneration in Alzheimer's disease.
The clinical trial at Brigham and Women's Hospital, which will initially only enroll healthy volunteers, is set to begin in the next few months. As early phases of the clinical trial get underway to establish safety and dosage, the research team plans to continue to study the mechanisms by which xenon gas achieves its effects, in addition to its potential for treating other diseases such as multiple sclerosis, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, and eye diseases that involve the loss of neurons. The team is also devising technologies to help xenon gas more efficiently, as well as potentially recycle it.
Quote, if the clinical trial goes well, the opportunities for the use of xenon gas are great, said co-author Howard Weiner, a medical doctor, co-director of the Ann Romney Center for Neurologic Diseases at Brigham Women's Hospital, and principal investigator of the upcoming clinical trial. Quote, it could only open the door to new treatments for helping patients with neurologic diseases. I like that.
Yeah,
Let's try it.
Yeah, I mean, could you start this on some people that were, borderline? I mean, they're like pre-Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And if you were in that shape, I'd raise my hand in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, there's no cure, so yeah.
What do you got to lose?
Me and poke me.
Exactly.
As long as someone's changing my diaper, I'm good to go.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, you don't have anything to lose. If you got this thing, yeah, I'm in. I definitely give it a shot. So,
all right, folks, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you in the afternoon.
All right, take care, everyone. Thanks.